There's always been a strong craft community in Cork since the early 70s. I like to use the knots. I think it gives it a bit more character because the product is quite a clean design, so we do like to put a small bit of character into it. If we can get a bit of, a funny defect here or there, I quite like to use it. The ethos of where my ideas come from, they're just as much coming from architecture and sculpture and music as they are from anything else. Architecture is frozen music.
I actually started in 1970, and the townland I came from, there was 4 or 5 weavers. My father was a handling weaver, my uncle, the fella next door set there. So I actually grew up with it. So I'm working at 68 inches wide. There's 11 threads to an inch widthways and lengthways. And these rugs are about 74 inches in length, and they leave a 9-inch fringe. So the machine cuts it directly across the centre. You got a 4.5-inch fringe. This type of work I'm at here, I could be actually doing 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
I've spent my life picking up nails off the ground and straightening them because that's what my father used to do. There were about 4 or 5 main types of baskets made in totally different ways. You'd wonder how it ever happened that they got it so different, but it was just the way it was traditionally done. You don't know whether you're going to be good at it. You have to become good at it. So whether a person has determination to learn, whether they have the burning desire to learn to make baskets is the real thing.
It has been likened to twisting honey up onto a spoon. It's a similar kind of consistency. And the whole way through the process, it's about trying to balance it and guide the hot glass in certain directions. I first worked out in the factory when I was in transition year. That we were doing some work placements, and it was just one of the ones that I opted to do. And I've been here almost ever since.
I would use kind of porcelain. It's a beautiful material to kind of use. It's quite a difficult material to kind of throw with because it tends to have a mind of its own, so it would tend to warp or kind of crack. But when it kind of works, it is a lovely material. My work would be quite refined, I wouldn't really decorate, so it's much more about kind of simplicity and minimalism, and that kind of showing more, the kind of form in the material and the slight imperfections and the subtle differences in each piece. There does seem to be a lot more interest, from the kind of, the art world and the design world, and there seems to be a lot more kind of opportunities for young designers.